everybody, my name's Renee and this is my cash stuffing journey. If you're new here, thank you so much for taking a chance and clicking on my video. I hope you decide to like, subscribe and stick around for a while. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your ongoing support. So today it is a budget with me and we are going to budget for the third pay of November. I must apologize. Once again, I am sick. It's not COVID this time, it's just a common cold, but it's actually hitting me a lot harder than COVID did. So I might be a little bit breathless, I might have a little bit of a cough, and I might lose my voice a little bit, but yeah, I'm excited to get into it. A couple of things I need to address before we get started. I may have been a bit MIA the last few weeks. I am really struggling mental health wise. Burnout is basically, before it was knocking on my door, now it's walked in and made itself comfortable on the couch. And I am seeking help for that. I am trying to manage it, but I had to step back, and even then I was still doing my Etsy in the background, which I think is a big factor in my burnout, to be honest, because the orders got so bad and so far behind, and people are rightfully wanting to know where their order is, and I'm pushing myself to get them done. But I think I have decided that over Christmas I'm actually going to shut the store for a week. I'm going to take a week off from my job, and I'm going to try and schedule it so that it's an off film week, so that I can just literally do nothing, disconnect for a whole week. Excuse me. Sorry, I needed a drink. Yeah, so oh, excuse me. The second thing I wanted to talk about is, because I was struggling with my mental health, our finances took a dive, and it took a big one. We did have a couple of legitimate things come up that we needed to fix. Excuse me, hang on. Okay, and I'm back, and I felt like I coughed up a lung just then. Yeah, so there were a couple of legitimate things that we needed expenses for. One of the big things is we've had a lot of flooding in New South Wales over the last few months, and there was a recent flood, and they think it was like a tree or something damaged the gas line. So my whole region, like not just my town, which is I think about 46,000 people, there was 4 surrounding towns, some of them up to a couple of hours away from me, had no gas. And we use gas for cooking, like for cooking, hot water and heating. Heating not so bad, but yeah, the cooking and the hot water, and that has, to be brutally honest, having no hot water and having to do what we did to like shower and bathe triggered a lot of negative things for me. It triggered my mental health really badly. So I really struggled in that time, and Les went out and bought a camp shower, so it wasn't as bad, and we went out and bought electric cooking things, because we didn't have anything like that. We rely solely on gas for cooking, so we went out and got that. So like, I also had run up our Afterpay. Now, Afterpay can be a weakness of mine. I'm working on, well, I've done it now, but I was working on paying it down and then closing it, because you need to do that to go for a mortgage anyway. But I use it often because while I'm waiting for, say, for example, Etsy checks to come in, I would use Afterpay to buy what I needed for my shop. I would, if we had anything like break, I would use Afterpay. I mainly used it for the shop, or like things that Evelyn and Les needed. But I went nuts, when my mental health is bad, any kind of budgeting, any kind of control, it goes out the window. So I racked that up quite high. I basically maxed it out. So because of the hit that our savings and deposit had taken, I sat down with Les and we had a really hard discussion. And what we did was, as disappointing as it is, we cleared out our home deposit account. So we were starting at 0, and we basically paid off the afterpay. We basically paid off most of our, we basically paid off most of our little debts. So all we've got now is, I think we've got a little bit on the, I think we've got about $2,500 on the credit card, because that did take a hit when we went to Sydney for my surgery. And then we've just got, I think around $1,600 on my car. So, but in saying that, it means that I'm not paying $500 or $600 or $700 on my afterpay every fortnight. So I deleted the app from my phone. It's still active for cases of emergency, but I don't have access to it at the moment, and Les is going to go in and change the password. So it'll be, I can only use it for something that we legitimately need, which I'm completely fine with. That's actually how I stopped spending on the credit card. I gave it to Les because he's such a tight ass. He doesn't spend money for anything unless it's for me or the kids. So, and since he's had it, we haven't spent on it except for when we went to Sydney, and that's because it was just easier than using cash because Les was on the go. And that's something else I wanted to highlight. Don't be afraid to let people know that you're struggling with finances. Like, if I hadn't have, because I'm in complete control of the finances. Les, apart from helping make decisions, Les has no part of it. He doesn't understand cash stuffing. He calls it cash cramming. He doesn't understand the process. He doesn't know how it works. All he knows is that when he needs money, he comes to me. I tell him what we've got where, and then we make the decision, or he just buys it, or whatever. So, but he knows that if I'm struggling, I will go to him and say, listen, I can't be trusted with this credit card anymore. You need to take it. So don't be afraid to share people that you're close to, that you're struggling. Get them to help if they can. Like taking a credit card off you, and then you have to speak to them about why you need it and why it's so important. Give them boundaries. Like, if I come to you and it's for a bill or an emergency situation, give me the card. But if I just want to go shopping down the street, don't give me the card. Please be mindful that in a way it may cause problems. So make sure you pick your person wisely. Because I would hate to advise that and then there's a breakdown in the relationship. So please be very mindful. But I am lucky that I have that in Les. So yeah, I've got rid of Afterpay. But in saying that, we're basically starting from scratch. Our emergency fund was cleared out. The deposit account was cleared out. And I think that was it. That was the big hit. I mean, it was a massive hit. And am I regretting the spending now? Sure. But it is what it is. And I just have to pick myself up, brush myself off, and get back on the wagon. And in a way, I'm thankful that we had that money, because if we didn't have that money, I would have put that all on a credit card. I would have run the Afterpay up, I would have run the Zip Pay up, and I would have run the credit card to the max. So am I sad the money's gone? Yes. Am I angry at myself that I have to start again? Yes. But in saying that, it could be worse. So if you struggle with, there seems to be a very strong link between mental health and budgeting and spending, and a lot of people, when their mental health is poor, their spending is poor. So be easy on yourself. It happens. Money can be replaced. Money can be replaced. It's hard work. It takes dedication and it might take time, but it can be replaced. Your mental health is the priority. So don't beat yourself up if you do what I did and you went out and spent And like when I say I spent, I mean I did, like we did a grocery shop. Like I didn't necessarily go out and, like, I did buy my husband some things, like he needed equipment, like computer equipment and stuff, and it's been on his wish list for ages, and we do need it, and I was like, well, let's just get it. It was kind of those types of purchases, so I wasn't going crazy, but I still spent it nonetheless. So my budget will look a little bit different while I try and recoup all of that money. I have increased in some categories. I haven't decreased anything, but I have increased some. So for example, the emergency, my deposit, the car maintenance are 3 things, because the Kia needs some work. We have a little Kia Rio hatchback. She needs some love and attention. She's quite old. So we're going to give her a little bit of a makeover. So actually, I think I'm missing a page. So I'm going to stop waffling on. I just wanted to let you know that things had changed, and that my budgeting, as much as I love this, and as long as I've been doing it, even well before cash stuffing, things happen. And at one point we were up Shiitake Mushroom Creek, and not only did we not have a paddle, we didn't even have a boat. So here we are trying to dog paddle and survive. So it happens. It does happen, and it's okay. Everything will work itself out. You've just got to get back up, brush yourself off, make a plan, and keep on trucking on, and you'll get back to where you were before, and then you'll surpass it. So try and not be too hard on yourself if things go wrong. So let's get into this. Bloody pen's leaking. So my fortnightly expenses were $984. Now that's there was a little bit extra in that, because I used to stuff $100 every fortnight directly from my paycheck into the bank account, and that's outside of my binders. So I've actually increased that to $250. And that's to get that deposit back up as quickly as possible. So that's actually quite high. Our monthly expenses were $365. That's things like subscriptions, our internet, mainly subscriptions and internet. So that's a pretty good month for us. And how I break down my monthly, I do have some new subscribers, so I'm sorry that this could be the first video you're seeing of mine. Although I'm usually a hashtag hot mess, so this is nothing new. Sorry. But I always try and be as real as possible with you guys. So you guys help keep me on track. You help keep me motivated. So if I have to show all of my flaws, well, there you go. So how I break up my monthly expenses, what I do is every pay period, for the 2 weeks from the pay period to the next one, I see what monthly bills are due in that time. So for me, I'll pull out my main tracker, which has got everything in it, which I don't show. Things like Amazon, Audible, Canva, and our internet service. I also had to pay for a neurology appointment. So we have to prepay those appointments. It was $280. I only had $100 in my envelope. So I was going to stuff $100 this week, and then I've covered the $100 and the other remaining $80. So I paid that in advance. When I have my appointment on the 21st, I will get a rebate from Medicare. So that's why my expenses were so high this fortnight. Okay, so for my wallet, this is the cash I carry around with me on a daily basis. It's getting 20. Groceries is getting 150. Fast food is getting 60. Kids is getting 20. Family is getting 20. Spending 20. Fuel is getting 50. And I usually budget 150 for Les, but he has already used, I've already been to the bank and he's already taken 50 out of that. So he'll only get 100 in his envelope. And that should be a total of 490, hopefully, if I've done everything right. Which, hit and miss for me. $4.90. Okay, that's right. Okay, Just Roll It in Glitter is my business binder. So that's everything is getting 5 across the board. Now I have, some of you might notice, I have taken out my giveaway envelope. So I have pulled the money out of that, ready for my giveaway. I'm going to announce it in my shout out Sunday. Actually, I think I would have already announced it by the time you see this. And I'm going to, so all that money's gone into the bank, ready for the giveaway. And I'm starting again. So it's moved back into my savings challenge binder, because I will start stuffing that for next year's giveaway. Because you've probably seen the giveaway, you know what it's about, but in case you haven't, I'm not going to spoil it. But I'll probably be doing the same giveaway every year at Christmas, and it'll just increase. I'm hoping, my absolute dream would be to have an account where people could like donate whatever they want, and then at the end of the year I divide it all up and help as many people as possible. That's my dream, but we'll see. So 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay, so in the savings goals, that's changing. So emergency is now getting $25 a week, and so it's gone from 10 to 25. Medication is getting its usual 5. Deposit has increased. It's gone from 25 to 50 a week. Evelyn, William, Les, and myself are still going with the $5. Car maintenance has gone from 5 to 25. Lawn maintenance 5. School expenses 5. William's bowling has dropped from 50 to 20 because he's already got $200 in his envelope. So I've kind of capped it at that, but I'm still going to add money to it because I don't ever want that envelope to get low, so that we have to, if he wants to go bowling or do an activity, I want to make sure that we always have money there, because it's very rare for him. And it's very rare for him to ask, but when he does ask, if he says no, or like if you say no, or he gets really disappointed, he probably won't ask again. So it's really important that we've always got money there, that if William shows any kind of interest in an extracurricular activity or any type of like fun activity that he wants to do, I always want to have money there waiting. Household is getting 5, clothing 5, concert is getting 25, Etsy 5, ahead 5, and stockpile 5. So 25, then we've got 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. And then 50, 25, 20, 25. So that should be 205. And that's for my savings goals. So my annual expenses, family's getting 5. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I keep getting tickles in my throat. So family vacation's getting 5. And that's not so much a vacation anymore, it's just fun money for the family. I'm using it to have experiences throughout the year, and it's been working really, really well. We've done some amazing things this year. Birthday's getting 5. Easter is 5. Car rego is 40. Mother's and Father's Day is 5. School expense, back to school is 5. and subscription is 5. With Easter and birthdays, I'm probably going to have to start bumping them up. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have many more neurology appointments, because those suckers are $300 each. And I'm pretty much having one once a month. I'm hoping that once I can cut back on our health, like medical fund, I'm hoping to increase, like, split that money between those two categories, because William's birthday's in January, Evelyn's is in March, and then it's Easter quite like soon after that, so they're kind of coming into the top priorities. So we had family is 5, birthdays is 5, Easter 5, car retro 40, Mother's and Father's Day 5, back to school 5, and subscription 5. So that one's $70 for that one. Okay. So and then because these amounts change a lot, I always pre-write them in just so that I don't forget. So buffer is getting 15. These are my savings challenges. 52 week is getting 30. We're getting very close to finishing that now. $1 a day, $15. Also getting close to finishing. I've written savings, but I meant roll the dice. I always budget 10, so that no matter what it lands on, I always have the money to fund it. Samsung is getting 20. Blackjack is getting 10. Also, so that no matter what I roll, I can stuff it. Christmas is 45. Hoot is 20. Stripper Bucks is 10. That's so, I love that challenge. Les's game is 10. The giveaway is getting 25. And the 5 for 5 is getting 5. And that totals $215. So in total, we are cash stuffing $1,005, which that seems a bit high for me, but some of my, I got to keep remembering that some of my categories have increased. So let's go through. If you would like this sheet, I have this sheet free. Just let me know and I'll email it to you. I am still working on my website. I did want it done for last month, but just everything just went cockeyed. So I'm hoping to have it up by the end of the year. When I do have it up, I will have this. I will have, and the budget 101 pack with all the worksheets I use for my budget 101 series. That will all be up for free in the free resource library. Okay, medication is getting a $20 bill. Groceries is getting $3.50s. Fast food is getting a 50 and a 10. Kids is getting 2 10s, because if I don't spend that money, and I try really hard not to, I split it between the two and it goes in their envelopes. Family time is getting a 20. Spending is 20. Fuel 50, and Les is $3.50s. Expenses is 5. Savings 5. Postage, PO box, and taxes is 5. Alright, now emergency. So this is a new one. So that one needs a 20 and a 5. Medication 5. Deposit is 50. Evelyn 5. William 5. Les 5. Me 5. Car maintenance is again a 20 and a 5. Husvana 5. School expenses 5. William's bowling is 20. Household 5. Clothing 5. Concert 25. Etsy 5. Head 5. Stockpile 5. Okay, so family is 5. Birthdays is 5. Easter 5. Car rego is 220s for 40. Mother's Day 5. back to school 5, and subscriptions is 5. I'm actually getting towards the end of subscriptions, so I'll be able to pull that out and pay my Disney annual subscription, and then I'll start saving up again for the next one. So Buffer is getting a 10 and a 5. 52 week is getting a 20 and a 10. Dollar a day is getting a 1, so a 10 and a 5. Roll the dice. I always do it in 2 5s depending on what I get. Samsung's getting 20. Blackjack also 2 5s. Christmas is 2 20s and a 5. Hoot is a 20. Stripper Bucks is a 10. Les's Gang is 10. Giveaway is 25. And 5 for 5 is 5. So once I've broken all those down, let's go through and count them. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I need 8 50s. Okay, so 20s 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. 10s 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34. Wait, was that right? I don't know if that was right. I think I missed one. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35. So I had missed one. Okay. See, I kind of usually do this stuff in the background. So we've got 50 times 8 is 400. Now you watch this all not add up. Now that I've gone to all that trouble. 15 times 20 is 300. 10 times 8 is 80. And 35 times 5 is 175. So in total it was 1,005. So we've got 400 plus 300 plus 80 plus 170. See? Look, it doesn't add up. What the heck? Guys, I don't know what I've done. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. No. Oh, it should be 9. Jeez. So let's try it that way. 450 plus 300 plus 8 plus, oh, what am I doing? 450 plus 300 plus 80 plus 175. There we go. I did it. Okay, now this is what I usually do in the background. So this is my money pouch from Budget with Linz. It's beautiful. I love it. So I have gone to the bank. I've also had to pull out money where I can to cover some of the costs that I've already paid. Now, in total, I have got 51, 52, 53, 54, 50. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 3, 10, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 105, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 200, 205, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 300, 305, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, plus 3, 90. So we've got 1590 in total. So what I'm going to do, I usually do this behind the scenes, but I thought I would show you how it worked. So now that I've finished this, so I've done all my categories, I figured out what I want in each category. I've gone through and selected all the denominations for each envelope. Then I get the money, because this has got to last me 2 weeks, so full pay cycle for me, because I get paid every 2 weeks. But I cash stuff weekly. And that's mainly for YouTube. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would stuff fortnightly. So now what I'm gonna do is I need $20 for medication. I need $150 for groceries. I need $60 for fast food. I need $20 for the 2 kids. I need $20 for family time, $20 for spending, $50 for fuel, and $100 for Les, because he's already taken $50 out. Then expense, so just rolling in glitter, we've got $5 for expenses, $5 for savings, $5 for postage, $5 for PO, $5 for taxes. Then emergencies, we've got $25, medication $5, deposit, Evelyn, William, Les, me, car maintenance, then Husqvarna, school expenses, William, household, clothing, concert, Etsy, ahead, and stockpile. Then we've got family, birthdays, Easter, car rego, Mother's and Father's Day, back to school, subscription. Then we've got 15 for buffer. We've got 30 for 52 week. We've got 15 for $1 a day. $10 for roll the dice. $20 for Samsung. $10 for blackjack. $45 for Christmas. $20 for Hoot. $10 for the stripper bucks. $10 for Les's game. $20 for $20. What's this one for? Okay, hang on. So we've got $20 for Hoot, $10 for stripper bucks, $10 for Les's game, $25 for the giveaway, and $5 for 5 for 5. So now that I've done that, I will then divide all of this up into the right denominations, like in space wise. So like I said, there's a lot that goes into cash shopping. When you're filming anyway, I used to just put everything in the tray, and every video I would just use the tray, and then when it was gone, it was gone. But I find that seemed to confuse a lot of people, because they would constantly ask me where the rest of the money was going and what it was for. So, and I thought it would give you a nice behind the scenes of what happens in between filming. Okay. Okay, then all of this money, I'll fix up all these bills. I've got my tray just above me here. So all of these bills will go in my tray. And then that tray is what you will see in my next video. So that was a bit of a surprise ramble. This is probably the longest budget with me I've ever done in my life. Remember to live, love, love. And when life gets hard, just roll it in glitter. Bye, guys.